Hi Leo, welcome into your weekly reading. I hope you're doing well out there. Let's jump into the cards and see what this upcoming week has in store for us. I feel like you are enjoying things more than you maybe are expecting stepping into this week due to past times, due to the imperfections in one if not multiple areas, situations in your life. But there's a mysterious way about you that's highlighted in the midst of connecting and disconnecting throughout the week. That doesn't just apply to people, right? It applies to an opportunity or two, occurrences as well. People are wondering a lot about you, but I feel like you're also pondering and questioning and trying to figure things out. And it's the sense of you being an inspiration throughout the week, and this is feeling quite magical. I sense you achieving something throughout the week. You're feeling connected to something, and that helps. And you trust your intuition here, and that helps. And then you're remotivated, or the motivation grows to maybe do something similar or something different. And so from one moment to the next, one connecting and disconnecting to the next, one level of trust to the next is what I'm getting. Things are just getting done as they're meant to. You're changing, you're growing, and you're fascinating to other people. And what is fascinating and not to you throughout the week very much speaks upon how you're changing on a soul level and what's going to feel right and aligned for you moving forward. Love that. And I feel like there's a loving vibe about you. I mean, naturally, Leos, whether people want to give us credit for that or not, we have big, loyal hearts, right? Sometimes to a fault. But I do feel like your commitment to a situation is going to be highlighted throughout the week, even if it's meant to be temporary, okay? As I struggle. But I do feel like the struggles are due to your spirituality, maybe energy affecting you, maybe the pressure in a situation could be also because you're just tired. Give yourself credit, all right? The Nine of Cups, what do you have as far as a wish fulfillment that you want for the future? This is taking a highlight throughout the week. You may need to reach out to that new living situation. You maybe need to reach out, apply to that new job, or get your resume out there. Could be in regards to, I want to say, an increase for your business. And so effort throughout the week, and previous, of course, is feeling relevant in regards to this wish being fulfilled. But what's right around the corner feels more so relevant for you now than it did in the previous weeks, because it's feeling so close that you can taste it. That's what I'm getting. But you're golden, Leo. You're golden. It feels like a week where you know what you're doing, or you're just figuring it out, right? You're, trying to gain more than you once had and see things improve for you. And so remind yourself, as your world is a work in progress, as are you. And so I feel that you being on point at certain points and imperfect in other ways at other points very much is as well inspiring, inspirational to say the very least. I feel like you're being reminded of a past wish fulfillment, because you need to remember that when things are meant to come in for you, when you're meant to receive that fulfillment, when you're meant to manifest something efficiently, it's going to come in, right? Divine timing. You can't expect for everything to flow in all at once, even though I feel there's a focus on your needs and wants, your desires, right? Change very much intertwined with that. But it's a period for you where as you reconnect to, or just continue that connection to divine timing, and timing being on your side, Spirit's saying you've got a lot to move towards, to be receiving, all right? And I feel like your voice is very much important. But I'm also feeling like growing pains is what I'm hearing is coming into play, maybe in one if not multiple ways. But as they're showing me the dog, grown, and then the puppy here, it feels like you're thinking back to your childhood, maybe more innocent times, maybe when you had more youthful energy, I want to say, more of a less mature and, I want to say, slightly damaged outlook on things. I mean, it happens, right? You've been put through a lot, and you've made certain choices and mistakes that are feeling highlighted as well, for the better and for the worse. But it's a time for you to remember that nothing is wasted, okay? And nothing happens for no reason. Does that make sense? Everything's purposeful, even if it's not a full purpose, right? Anyways, I feel like that wording wasn't excellent. But the Nine of Pentacles, you want to do more at times than you can is the vibe I'm getting, but you're very independent either way. Where you feel independence isn't desired, say a work situation, for example, you still will be. It's like you can't strip that part of who I am and how I'm growing away from me. I'm going to do things my Leo way. But I feel like there are certain points where you may need to reach for the hope. But it may feel easier to do so than the recent past or the past in general. Green is coming into play. I feel like money's on the mind. Money is a huge part of your motivation throughout the week and surrounding it, but the spiritual meaning of which as well. And naturally, as I'm being pushed to look at the grass and some bushes over here, nature could be a big part of your week, and I wouldn't be surprised if Spirit wants to communicate with you via nature. The King of Pentacles and the Magician card. There's a sort of a laid-back, easy-going, which came up in your money and career mid-April reading. Sort of a laid-back, manifesting, magical approach to things where you're utilizing one of not multiple aspects of your life, a skill set or two maybe, to make things easier, right? It's like, for a lot of which onto the reading, this is going to be your intuition, at least one of which. And so with such a strong intuition, and I feel like it's maybe being heightened and or growing at this time, why in the hell wouldn't you utilize that to make things easier, right? It's like I intuitively feel I should approach or accomplish this in this manner, and then it comes to be easier. And so Spirit is saying, even if someone views it as a lack of effort, maybe in a small moment or two, screw that. You're going to go about it in an easier way because of your intuition, right? And I just feel like you're going to be reminded the possibilities are through the roof for you, okay? Through the roof. And I do sense that you have a very hands-on approach in your own way, okay? But the Sun card as well, because I feel like I'm hearing you're manifesting for a lot more happiness, more joy, more harmony, and maybe more peace. But what you completed, whether it felt partially or fully within your control from the past, it's coming to be a focus, whether it feels like a minor focus or maybe bigger for some, because what has it left you with? I feel like at least more happiness, all right? More joy. It reminds me of me shifting from Orlando to LA and now to Bakersfield, California. It all happened for a reason. There were a bunch of struggles wrapped up into it all, but I'm much happier where I am now. You're going to find that Spirit speaks through you a lot throughout the week, even if you don't give them credit for that. And so that's going to be highlighted. Ooh, look at that. Again, speaking upon tower moments from the past, endings, and maybe for the future. But you're going to find that Spirit pushes you to slip up when they do so, okay? It's like just because something's being spoken through smoothly doesn't mean that they're not doing it to mess with you in the end. Anyways, so spiritual messing with and spiritual positivity and assistance, all of which coming into play throughout the week. But I also feel like going back to the Tower card, because the wind, Mother Nature assisted with that blowing off, you're going to find that there's an expectation of an ending for the future. Feels like a very temporary situation for you, or maybe an overdue ending, right? Long overdue. It's going to feel like it's a lot closer than it actually is, but either way, we need to remember temporary is temporary. I said that really weird, but I'm not going to try again. Let's pull a couple more. We also have the Judgment card and the Nine of Wands. What do we need to release to feel less burnt out? What is the burnout at certain points, or just the lack of energy or other resources reminding us of? What have you been overdoing? What do you feel like you're doing a lot of in a positive, effective sense? All of these things are a part of your week because you have the chance, the ability, and the wits is what I'm hearing, to improve, to adjust when need be. But I feel like you're also thinking about personal soul release. That was very weird. I just saw a light being off the corner of the card. But I do sense that there are spiritual occurrences for a lot drawn to the reading. And there's a focus on accessories, right? When you feel the need to, or the push to show your eyes is what I'm getting, and when to not. It reminds me of me wearing these in readings, and I do have a lot going on behind closed doors, and at times it's beneficial not to have that part of the reading. But as well, there are other ways where accessories are coming into play. I I also want to say that Spirit is pushing you to think about purchases for the future that are necessary and maybe just treat yourself. Doesn't mean it's the time to purchase it, my friend. Manage your money wisely. Don't overdo it. And yeah, we're pushing you to think about the future because it's much brighter than you know. And I feel like some of which expect it to be bright. But look at that. Motivated to achieve financial security and freedom in a very Leo strong kind of way. But when you need to dig for the inner strength, do so in the way or the ways that you know best at this point along your path. Keep yourself motivated, but don't overdo it, right? Find the balance and know that downtime is not wasted. It's a week for you, my friend, where things are feeling more colorful, I want to say. But you need to remember that everything is completed in divine timing. Everything is manifested in divine timing. And they want me to wrap it up by saying you have it going on, okay? So if this was really helpful, sending you so much love and light, and I'll definitely see you next time.